Okay, call on Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rekakadash. Call on Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rekakadash. First and foremost, we're going to give all praises to Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rekakadash, the great Ali Shaddad of Israel, the great I am, the possessor of heaven and earth, Salakia, and of the spirits of heaven and earth. We giving our respects to Yahweh Shai as well, the Adonai, the Hamashiach, the light of this world, the one who died for Israel and rose to sit to become the right hand of his Father, my Redeemer, my Comforter, and my salvation, and the only one that pleads his blood over Israel, the only nation granted for our salvation. And giving all respects to the prophets that he sent, great millstone, and giving respects to those brothers who give me the secret wisdom and knowledge and understanding that was handed down to them from Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai to Yahweh Shai, and Yahweh Shai gave it to us. Shalom to those men. And giving all respect to the Akim, the brothers that's on their own doing it, but they, they follow Great Millstone, of course, spiritually follow them as the church. And remember, church means to be called out. So I'm not talking about a building. This is a group of prophets, a group of men that preach the word of Yahweh Shai, and they have spread it across the earth. So giving shout outs to the men that's following them and doing it on their own on the highways and byways, and making they records and posting them and risking their freedom in their life to do so, just as well as Great Millstone, Shalom. And giving our respects to the Aqua, the women, regardless if you got a man or not, you still follow the word and the law of Yahweh Shai, and learning and listening in silence. Shalom. You know what I'm saying? Shalom, shalom. Welcome to another video. Calling Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, Bashem Rakakadash, in the name Yahweh Shai. Welcome to another video and another episode due to the will and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, in the name Yahweh Shai, and the Holy Spirit working through me to bring you the absolute word, 100%, and not 100, 100% truth. You know what I'm saying? So, no lies. I'm not saying that I got the 100% truth, but I'm not gonna lie to you. So shalom to that. And we're gonna go to a couple of verses and break down a couple of things. A lot of stuff is happening, and a lot of things are kind of going full circle so far as we see. It's not looking pretty good. It's looking good for those of us that believe, but it doesn't look good for the rest of them that don't, and for the rest of the world. There's a lot of end time prophecies that are rolling, and we entering into the time of Jacob's trouble that's coming shortly to pass, due to the wars out there in Ukraine and Russia, and the dawning of Russia and America's showdown. You know what I'm saying? The major inflation, because the higher things go, people ain't gonna buy it no more. They're just gonna take what they want. It's gonna be great murder, great chaos, etc. A lot of things, sorry to be repetitive, but these things need to be repeated, because these are the times that we're going to be living in. And when these times finally truly impact door-to-door, everyday living people, then you'll know, and then you'll wish that you were sitting here listening to these videos, getting all the wisdom and knowledge and understanding of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai to the best of your abilities, to the best that you can. You're going to wish that you did the work. Those of you that are Israelites, you're going to wish that you were in the truth, So, why not get into the truth now? Why God is calling the rest of us, okay? Because there's a lot of things that are happening, and it's not good, and we got a couple of videos, It says, behold, the nations are as a drop in the bucket. We are in Isaiah chapter 40, verse 15. It says, behold, the nations are as a drop in the bucket, and are counted as the small dust on the scales. Look, he lifts up the isles as a very little thing, and Lebanon is not sufficient to burn, nor its beasts sufficient for a burnt offering. All nations before him are as nothing, and they are counted by him less than nothing and worthless. To whom Then will you liken to Yahweh, or what likeness will you compare to him? The workman molds an image, the goldsmith overspreads the gold, and the silversmith casts silver chains. Whoever is too impoverished for such a contribution chooses a tree that will not rot. He seeks for himself a skillful workman to prepare a carved image that will not totter. Have you not known? Have you not heard? Has it not been told to you from the beginning? Have you not understood from the foundations of the earth? It is he who sits above the circle of the earth, and its inhabitants are like grasshoppers, who stretches out the heavens like a curtain, and spreads them out like a tent to dwell in. He brings the princes to nothing. He makes the judges of the earth useless. Scarcely shall they be planted, scarcely shall they be sown, scarcely shall their stock take root in the earth. When he will also blow on them, and they will wither, and the whirlwind will take them away like stubble. So, it's talking about the nuclear day, and it's talking about as well as you've heard of it. Have you not heard? Have you not known? So the Lord is telling you that a lot of people know about Yahweh Shemel Shai and his only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai. A lot of people know about the will of Yahweh Shemel Shai and the name Yahweh Shai, the prophets, and they know the truth. They just choose not to listen. They know about WW3. They know about the collapse that's on the verge. They just choose to look the other way. And it's amazing because the times that we live in, and it's hard to ignore. It's a lot of terrible things that are happening. And, it's proofs of this, you know what I'm saying, throughout history and throughout the Bible as well. Sorry to be so blunt, but, it says, have you not known, have you not heard? So you should know a lot of things, like me. I did some research, and, I know a lot of things as well. It says, and this is a part of it. Let me get. That's not what I'm looking for. This is World War I right here. This is a part of Have You Not Known, Have You Not Heard? So you know very well about World War I. World War I, or World I, June 28th, 1914, the assassination of the Archduke Franz Ferdinand, and heir to the Austro-Hungarian Empire, assassinated by a Serbian nationalist. It says 1 month after the assassination, July 28th, 1914, Austria-Hungary declares war on Serbia, and domino effect followed. Country involved in World War I, 1914. Only 2 countries were at war. 1915, more next year, 1916, and then U.S. joined 1917. By 1918, all countries are at war, but it all started with just 2 countries and 1 assassination. Exactly, because they got assassinated, and that's what really triggered the war. I do believe it was some sort of setup, and it was meant to spark an outrage. That's what I do believe. Because when you do your research up on the war, it was just suddenly just happened. You know what I'm saying? And it was just real bad. Everything was at peace first, you know what I'm saying? And everybody was doing the white man was doing all his racism. If you could go back on World War I videos, you can see a lot of what they conquered and how they was at a pleasant time and it was at relaxation till boom, they had a problem. And this was the problem. It says the Second World War, World II, Germany invades Poland, September 1st, 1939. It says 2 days later, September 3rd, 1939, Britain, France declare war on Germany. Once again, a domino effect. Once again, the whole world is at war. Approximately 50,000 deaths. I think 50 million, I do believe. I'm retarded. My math is not that sharp as it used to be. It all started again with 2 countries invading one another. Outbreaks don't have to be massive to pull in other countries. Countries are divided World War One had the triple entente or entente, France, USSR, Britain. The first had them. The other side had the triple alliance, Germany, Italy, and Austria. Hungary. World War Two had the Axis powers, Germany, Italy, Japan. The Allies, France, Britain, USSR, US. It says a divided world. It says at a glance, it seems like only two countries are fighting, but if you look at the world map, I know at the world map, it is a divided world. The United Nations, each country picking a side. The United Nations emergency vote is proven by the General Assembly. So you got to look at the world map to really understand all the fighting. It says voting on a resolution. It called for the draw of Russian troops for the withdrawal of Russian troops from Ukraine. Voting for a resolution meant voting against Russia. It says in favor 144. It says against 5. Abstention 35. So these are the people that are agreeing. These are people that These are people that disagree in the war right now that's going on. These are people that are all in favor, which are 5 countries that agree, and abstention that are nutrient are 35. Don't want nothing to do with it. What's going on today? That I was just giving you a little background of the notes that I got for World War One and World War Two and how it started. It says in favor of Ukraine, the United States, United Kingdom, Canada, and Australia voted against Russia in favor of Ukraine, Belarus, North Korea, Syria, and Eritrea. 35 countries have decided not to take sides. Those are the countries that voted for war. So you do see signs of World War III that's going on, and you can check on the world map. It says 35 countries decided not to take sides, neither of their making nor theirs to fight. The First World War One, America kept out of European war until American interest started bleeding. During 1970, the thing changed drastically. And it says 9 countries with nuclear bombs. U.S. has 5,055. United Kingdom has 225. China has 350. Russia has 600 and 257,000 nuclear warheads active. It says France has 290, Israel has 90, Pakistan has 165, India 156, and North Korea has 40 to 50 nuclear bombs active. If you could look, this is where I found it as well. It says 2021 estimated global nuclear warheads inventory. The world's nuclear armed states possess a combined total of 1380,000, if I pronounced it right, nuclear warhead and 80 nuclear warheads. More than 90% belongs to Russia and the U.S. So it also tells you, obviously, that they're going to go to war. The most warheads that belong to each and every nation is Russia and U.S. Those are the leaders. And it says approximately 960,000 warheads are in military service, with the rest awaiting dismantlement. Even though that's a lie, I didn't dismantle any of those warheads. Are you kidding me? When they want to destroy something, they're going to destroy it, you know? So this is pretty much what's going on. Have you not known and have you not heard? So obviously you know about the nuclear warheads. Obviously you know about the coming of the Most High. People are aware that we're nearing the last days. So I got a clip to show you. And this clip is going to also give you some breakdowns from my teacher and give you an update on what is going on so far. So let me check if this is the right one. Well, we can show this one first.
By U.S. Air Base in Germany. America has now deployed 2 air defense units.
be smart these days and keep up with the times. This one is from me. I made this one.
Divided on military aid to Ukraine. The United States rejected Poland's suggestion to send fighter jets to Ukraine via U.S. air base in Germany. America has now deployed two air defense units to Poland to bolster its defense systems. Pentagon officials confirmed that U.S. has sent two Patriot surface-to-air missile batteries, which have been repositioned from Germany to Poland, adding that the move has been undertaken to help secure the NATO alliance territory against any potential threat and has been undertaken after Poland's invitation. The United States Army Patriot surface-to-air missile defense system, it is capable of countering and destroying ballistic missiles, cruise missiles, or aircraft. Pentagon officials did not confirm the area where the batteries were now posted, but did assure that the missiles have been sent only as a defense deployment. While Pentagon refrained from specifying their operational status, it did not confirm that the missiles were manned. Experts are assessing the move as reflecting a growing fear that a Russian missile could deliberately or not cross the border from neighboring Ukraine into NATO member Poland. Nuclear tensions too remain as cause of worry that Russian president may escalate the war further. Remember, Putin had put his nuclear forces on high alert a few days ago, although the United States officials detected no threatening changes in Russia's nuclear posture.
The whole backdrop to this relationship with Ukraine at the moment in terms of assisting them is that keeping in mind ways to avoid having the war spill over into any of the neighboring countries, some of which are NATO countries. And if that were to happen, of course, then you would have a war of NATO against Russia. And the implication there is that it could potentially escalate to a nuclear war. Nobody wants that.
The deployment comes a day after America rejected Polish proposal to send fighter jets to Ukraine, alleging that the proposal raised serious concerns for NATO. U.S. Vice President Kamala Harris is now in Poland, showcasing Washington's claims that the United States' ties with NATO ally Poland remain strong, despite the dispute over the arming of Ukraine with warplanes. Leon is now available.
And like in the World War II, at first America didn't really want nothing to do with European problems, but they found themselves getting sucked into the war as well. As you can see, it's a repeat of the World War II is a repeat of what you're seeing now. So 9 times out of 10, this could truly escalate into a world war. It's just a buildup that's going on right now and the buildup that's a part of it. So we're going to get some more verses related to what's happening. Because right now we living in these great times, and these are beautiful times to live in. And it's beautiful times to prophesy and let our people know what's going on, okay? This one is a good one. We in Jeremiah chapter 4, verse 19. It says, "O my soul, I am pained in my very heart. My heart makes a noise in me. I cannot hold my peace because you have heard, O my soul, the sound of the trumpet, the alarm of war." That's what's happening right now. So a lot of people are very afraid on what's going on. A lot of us are scared on the inside, but you know, we prepared because Yahweh Shem Shai has prepared us. We stand in our lot. We do what we have to do, and we do it to the best of our abilities to let our people know what is going on and what is about to happen. So we are alarming our people with the trumpets, but they won't listen. They act like they don't care, and they seeing all the proof though, all the more proof. And at the same time, on the other side, you do got people that's coming, trying to look for answers, needing help, coming back, you know what I'm saying, trying to preach the prophecies, those of them that fled away and turned their back, you know what I'm saying. And then you got people that's coming that never believe, that want to know, you know what I'm saying. So it's a lot of things that are about to happen, and it's a great catastrophes that are coming along the way. As you can see, American troops, I know they got America equipment that's stationed nearby Russia and Poland. So just in case, you know what I'm saying? Well, most likely that will happen. It wouldn't be no surprise. This is all a buildup. You know what I'm saying? Just in case something were to happen, they would be able to attack from the outside. You know what I'm saying? Because Poland is right by Russia. So, you know, America is like slowly but sneaking up on Russia. So it wouldn't be no surprise if Russia just started attacking nearby nations and, you know, attack Poland. It wouldn't be no surprise. But at the same time, this is one of the alarms of war, and everybody is getting afraid. Everybody is very afraid. And this is a part of their agenda too. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, you know, keep your eyes open and stay circumspect. This is just the prophecies that are coming to pass, and there are more prophecies that are coming into play. Like the Most High said, I'll put a hook in your jaw and bring thee forth. He's talking about Russia that's being brought out by force. You know what I'm saying? And Russia will do battle. The eagle will do battle with the bear, like it said in the Bible. And they will bring about a great calamity, great catastrophe. And right now, they cut off a lot of things that we need that are very important. You know what I'm saying? So makes matters worse, they getting into it with China. What makes it worse is that they sanctioning Russia, and Russia, they send a lot of things over here that are important to us that we need. One of them is a big one is that they are oil traffickers. They sell oil. They slang oil to different nations, and they slang oil to us. So it's even more looking like it's all a part of the agenda. Because when time comes and people can't pay for this stuff, they're not gonna just sit there and starve to death. They're not just gonna sit there and walk. They're not gonna ask anymore. They're gonna start taking. And this is a part of Jacob's trouble. Jacob's trouble is right around the corner, like I keep saying, and it's getting closer and closer with each day passing. Each and every day, something bad is happening. The daytime is even nighttime in my eyes, spiritually speaking. It's just night. Whether it's day or night, it's just darkness in me, in my eyes. You know what I'm saying? So it's only getting worse. And the only light that you have is the light of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and you have to have the truth in these times. Well, if it's deemed for you to have the truth. But we'll continue in Jeremiah. It says, "Oh, my soul, I am pained in my very heart." This is how everybody is feeling. Everybody is feeling that impulse of the great tribulation. Everybody is feeling that impulse of the wrath of the Most High Yahweh coming upon them all, because everybody is looking at the prophets and they afraid because they know that the prophets are right, and since they are right, they fear them. That's the truth, because the prophets prophesied that all this would happen, and that would come it would come at a short time. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't take thousands of years for the Lord to return, and we all be probably dead, and you know what I'm saying, by the time the Lord come back, we probably be either dead. They had different perspectives of us being in a future, you know what I'm saying, with hover cars and all that. It's not going to go that far, you know what I'm saying? Or we all hypnotized and lined up and being controlled by the New World Order. It's not going to take that long. It's not. So it says, "I am pained in my very heart. My heart makes a noise in me. I cannot hold my peace, because you have heard, O my soul, the sound of the trumpet, the alarm of war. Destruction upon destruction is cried, for the whole land is plundered. Suddenly my tents are plundered, and my curtains in a moment. How long will I see the standard and hear the sound of the trumpet?" Meaning that it's going to be so bad that you wish that it would stop. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people, but what people don't understand is that you had years and years and years of time and peace. So now these years are about to flip. Yahweh is a complete balance. So you have times of light. Now you're going to have times of great darkness. And it's not going to stop. It's going to get worser and worser and worser and worser. It's going to wax stronger and stronger, and it's not going to stop. You had all the time to get back to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You had all the time to have all that peace. Now you desire for it to stop, and we don't want it to stop. We want it to keep going. We want them to go to world war. We want them to start all this trouble. Why? Because it's the sign of us being out of our slavery, out of our imprisonment. The Lord said that he would break the yoke of iron from our necks and burst our bonds, right? So this is what's a part of what's happening. Jacob's trouble, we're going to be set free during Jacob's trouble, be able to get out of this, Lord willing, and be able to be beamed up. We want this all to happen, to occur quickly. So Yahweh Shem Shai can usher in the world that he said that he was going to usher in, and we don't have to be here forever, you know? So we praying that this is it, you know what I'm saying? We hoping that, and it's looking like it is what it is. These people, Russia is not backing down. Ukraine is getting smashed to where they need allies. They're calling for allies. Pretty soon, America's gonna have to get sucked in. They're gonna have to jump in to defend Ukraine, and other nations are gonna back Russia up, and then other nations are gonna back America up. They're gonna get their allies together. And what happened in the past, which is World War II and World War I, is going to happen again. And it wasn't no surprise that it happened. And it probably would have happened earlier. But at the same time, it's a time and place for everything. Like the Lord say, how long will you hear the sound of the trumpet? You're going to be hearing that nuclear trumpet going off, and it's not going to stop. And they're going to tell you when the nuclear bombs are coming and how long you got to get into hiding. Me, if I'm there on that day, I'm gonna pray to Yahweh Shem outside and beg him for mercy, and if upon his will I can be gone from here, I can be beamed up and be out of here, because we don't want to be here. You got to go through so much darkness. You got to go through so much destruction. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we have to be rocks in the flood. We have to be prepared for these things, because the devil is about to come on us with great wrath, and it's going to be out of nowhere, and it's going to be sudden. Behold, Yahweh Shem Shai comes like a thief in the night. You have to be prepared. You have to be on watch. Stay sober, stay vigilant, for your adversary, the devil, walketh about like a hungry lion, seeking who he may devour. So you got to be strong in these times. You got to be circumspect. You got to be smart. You know what I'm saying? And the smartest thing to do is to get in the word and to get the truth. You know what I'm saying? And to do what you have to do, and choose. Either you're going to choose Yahweh Shem outside, or you're going to choose the world. Make your choice. Whether you live or you die, you have Yahweh Shem outside with you. So, but if the Lord deem you to live, you know what I'm saying, then it would be all the more. And that's what I pray for. I hope people that are listening to these, pretty much the last transmissions, you know what I'm saying, of brothers like Great Millstone and young brothers like me that follow them, I hope you're listening to the last of the transmissions and converting and changing, because the times are now. We are at the door of chaos. The Lord is about to open up this door to darkness, and once we walk in and those doors close behind us, it ain't no going back. We are crossing the threshold of Jacob's trouble. We are crossing the threshold of the beginning of the end and the end of all things. You got to understand the detrimental, you know what I'm saying, part. You have to understand how deep we are and how far we've came. And those of us that are alive to see these days, you've made it pretty far. And to know the truth, made it pretty far. You know what I'm saying? And I, for one hand, if Yahweh Shem Shai allows me to, I wish to go further, so we can continue in that. This is the devil, in this depiction, and he believes that he has the angels, the fallen angels, and they're actually angels of the Most High, but they're evil angels controlling him and getting him to making him believe that what he's doing is right. And all the different demonic spirits that are in allegiance, that's helping all this, as being the left hand of Yahweh Shem Shai. As you can see, the glittering spear, it looked like a sword, but it's actually a nuclear bomb in the palm of his hands. This is how much power the devil has. This is how much power the white man has. This is how dangerous this man is, and how much we need him to be put down. You know what I'm saying? So you got to understand how serious this all is. All that is a depiction of the evil ancient spirit, which is the white man, Esau, Edom, the spirit of evil, the child of perdition. One child was made for salvation, and the other one was made for perdition. And we're going to continue on some of these verses before we get to the next video. It says, "For my people are foolish. They have not known me. Have you not known? Have you not heard? They are silly children. You stupid. You don't understand. You don't want to understand. You keep acting retarded and keep pretending like every day is going to be a day of peace. There ain't going to be no problems. There ain't going to be no war. You're retarded. It says, and they have no understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge. I beheld the earth, and indeed it was without form and void, and the heavens they had no light. I beheld the mountains, and indeed they trembled, and all of the hills moved back and forth. I beheld, and indeed there was no man, and all the birds of the heavens fled. I beheld, and indeed the fruitful land was a wilderness, and all its cities were broken down at the presence of Yahweh by his fierce anger. Amen. Because Yahweh Shem Yahushua existed before all things existed, everything. It says, for thus says Yahweh, the whole land shall be desolate, yet I will not make a full end. For this shall the earth mourn, and the heavens above be black. Because the earth is going to mourn, because when the nuclear bombs hit so bad, you're going to literally hear the earth cry. You can hear the rock split. You can hear the great earthquake. You're going to hear it, not as well feel it. You're going to hear it. It's going to wobble, and the earth will look like jello, literally. That's how bad the nuclear bombs are going to hit. You're going to think this nuclear bomb, when it hit the ground, it hit water. You know what I'm saying? And it created waves. That's how powerful these nuclear bombs is. And you shouldn't be having this kind of technology. You shouldn't be having this kind of dark power. But this dark power is a true representation of the Lord being good and evil. He's both. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying that Yahweh Shem Yahushai is evil. No, I'm just saying that he's both. He's light and he's darkness. Now, these people not understanding, this white man is not understanding that. It says, for the end of the world will end through Esau, and the beginning of it shall begin. Wait, it says it right here. Let me see. In second book of Esdras. If I can find it. I just said it wrong. It says, Esdras chapter 9, Esdras chapter 6, verse 9, for Esau is the end of the world and the beginning, and Jacob is the beginning and follower. It says, the hand of a man is betwixt the heel and the hand. It says, the hand of a man is betwixt the heel and the hand. It says, other question Ezra asked thou not. So in the book, it tells you that the white man is going to end the world through his own hand. Okay? That's how we know the end of the world. For the end of the world, for Esau is the end of the world and Jacob is the beginning and follower. It's telling you that the white man is going to end the world by his own hand. And he's going to incur the wrath of Yahweh Shem Yahushai in the name of Yahushai. He's going to blow himself up like in a cartoon, Tom and Jerry cartoon, you know. When he tried to put the bomb, when the cat tried to put the bomb in the rat hole, but there's another rat hole around the corner. And then a rat runs through the rat hole, take the bomb somehow through the rat hole and put it right behind the cat. And then the cat just gets or explodes, or you know what I'm saying, the rat replaces the bomb with another bomb, like a bomb that doesn't explode on time, and then the cat fucking take the bomb and it fucking explodes in his face. That's what's gonna happen to Esau. Sorry for my choppy depictions, but you know I'm kind of a stuttering person, and I'm following the spirit right now. There is no truly right now. The solid thing that I'm trying to explain to you is the coming of Jacob's trouble and woe 3, because right now we have a serious inflation crisis. That's what's happening. Everything is inflating to the point to where people will start robbing. People will start taking what they want. People ain't gonna be sitting up here waiting and sitting up here taking these high gas prices. They're not gonna sit here and allow these clerks and allow these store owners to keep rising up on food, to keep rising up on clothes, your furniture. You know what I'm saying? Your car bill, your rent, your lights, your gas, you know what I'm saying? Your mortgage, all that is the dawning of Jacob's trouble. That is Jacob's trouble. And when they start rioting and creating insurrection and taking law into their own hands, and they stop listening to their authorities, and we waiting on these white people to do what they're gonna do, they're gonna undo their law. So the laws that these white people created, they're gonna undo them. And the wicked 2/3 that are the jakes that are unawares or that don't know the Bible or don't believe, they're gonna follow them, and it's gonna be a great slaughter. Because right now the Most High is whipping up that slaughter of Jehoshaphat that he was talking about, the judgment of Yahweh, the slaughter of Yahweh Shem Shai's enemies. You know, so right now the valley of Jehoshaphat or Armageddon is being slowly but surely assembled. Armageddon means the assembling of troops. So right now, everything that we're seeing is actually being lined up into a domino effect, one against the other. So, hey, man, just tighten up your seat, buckle up, because the end is near. You know what I'm saying? The end is not nigh, but at the same time, it's coming. So, what I can say is that Jacob's trouble is headed towards our way. It's a lot of chaos that's coming to America. So, you got to get ready and be the best thing for you to do is to be spiritually prepared, because Yahweh Shem Shai is gonna go. He's not gonna stop. He's gonna keep going. The whole thing must come to pass. All these things. It says, "For thus says Yahweh, the whole land shall be desolate, yet I will not make a full end. For this the earth shall mourn, and the heavens above be black, because I have spoken. I have proposed and will not relent, nor will I turn back from it. The whole city shall flee from the noise of the horsemen and the bowmen." See, the war is coming to Assyria, aka America. "They shall go into thickets and climb up on rocks. Every city shall be forsaken, and not a man shall dwell in it. And when you are plundered, what will you do? Though you clothe yourself with crimson, though you adorn yourself with ornaments of gold, though you enlarge your eyes with paint, in vain you will make yourself fair. Your lovers will despise you, they will seek your life." That's going for men. You know what I'm saying? You like gold chains, you like nice cars and all that. Is that gonna save your life? Women, you like to be beautiful, you like all that attention, you like to play games, you like makeup, you like outfits, you like clothing, you like fashion, but is that gonna save your life? Okay. It says, "For I have heard a voice as of," it says, "I have heard a voice as a woman in labor, the anguish of her who brings forth her first child, the voice of the daughter of Zion bewailing herself. She spreads her hands, saying, Woe is me now, for my soul is weary because of murderers." Exactly, and that woe means bad time. So the next woe is coming, and the next woe is World War III. That's the next woe. It's that, and that is bad. That's hell on earth. It says because of murderers, because people are gonna kill each other, and the police are not gonna do anything about it because they're gonna be running for their lives. So imagine, calling police and they don't come. Imagine running out in the streets and you see police fighting for their own life. Imagine seeing a world with no law. That's what's gonna happen. It says, "Running to and fro through the streets of Jerusalem, see and note and seek in her open places if you can find a man, if there is anyone who executes judgment, who seeks the truth, and I will pardon her. Though they say, as Yahweh lives, surely they swear falsely." So a lot of people gonna be looking for the prophets, saying that they believe, and they don't. They only believe to save their own lives. They don't care. It says, "O Yahweh, are not your eyes on the truth? You have stricken them, but they have not grieved. You have consumed them, but they have refused to receive correction. They have made their faces harder than rock. They have refused to return. Therefore said, Surely these are poor. They are foolish, for they do not know the way of the Lord, the judgment of their God. I will go to the great men and speak to them, for they have known the way of Yahweh Shem Shai, the judgment of their God." Exactly. So the great men is like men like Great Millstone. You know what I'm saying? Those are the men that Yahweh Shem Shai had rested his spirit upon. And they told us exactly what was going on. Those who follow and those of Yahweh Shem Shai who called us, you know what I'm saying? We could be the sheep, like me. blind, stupid, and needed to be guided. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with following. You know what I'm saying? We have leaders that are established already. There's nothing wrong with following. You know what I'm saying? So I follow them, and I know because I was a dumb, stupid sheep during my time, but they are the good sheepdogs that forced me to follow the way. You know what I'm saying? Forced me to the right path. Sometimes you need a little force. Not like beating you and all that, but like a to be told what's right, regardless of how you feel, even if it hurts your pride. You know what I'm saying? Because I was a little bit prideful, but in time I cut my beard. No, in time I let my beard grow out and I cut my hair. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what Yahweh Shem Shai requires of me if I'm to do the word. Because my time in my past, I wasn't doing the word right. I was still going off. You know what I'm saying? So the Lord had to clean me up and force me into that path that I desired to go into. Is a lot of, I'm like a wrinkled clothes. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord is the iron. He's just ironing out the rest of the creases to make me look better. So that's how Yahweh Shem Shai works. And you got to man up sometimes and be strong. Especially if you love the Lord. You have to be able to sacrifice. It says, but these have altogether broken the yoke and burst the bonds. Therefore a lion from the forest shall slay them. A wolf of the desert shall destroy them. A leopard will watch over their cities. Everyone who goes out from there shall be torn to pieces because of their transgressions are many. Their backslidings have increased. Like I say, how you going to pay for your sins? If you don't pray, you don't seek Yahweh Shem Shai's face, you don't love Yahweh Shem Shai and Em Shai. You don't pray to him. You don't believe in him, even though it was told to you from the beginning. All these things are true, and you sit there and you be stiff necked and stupid and walk away from the Lord. So when God come back to you and He get at you, like how you gonna pay for your sins? How you gonna pay for them? If you don't pray, you don't do no work. You can't say that you believe in Yahweh Shem Shai, especially if you're a man. You know what I'm saying? And you don't go out there and do no work. If you're a brother, you don't go out there and do no work. Boy, God gonna kill you. You know what I'm saying? That's just straight up, and that's the truth. They told me that. I'm gonna tell you the same thing. Ain't no Edomites, no white people will be saved on what's coming. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no 2/3 gonna be saved if they don't repent and they don't return to Yahweh Shem Shai. In the name of Yahushai, they will not be saved. They will be destroyed. They will be killed. Mark my words, because those times and the season of death is coming. It really is. We're not far from all this hell and chaos breaking loose. Let them inflate a little bit more. Give it a couple of more months. You wouldn't be surprised if this shit just blew up sky high and people just started robbing and stealing and killing and taking what they want because the laws are too harsh and they won't change everything. They want everything to be this way because they want these people to lose it. That's true. How shall I pardon you for this? Your children have forsaken me and sworn by those that are not gods. You choose to follow white people when they leading you astray. When I had fed them to the full, they had committed adultery and assembled themselves by troops in the harlots' houses. Meaning that when I had fed them to the full, you forgot who provide for you. Yahweh Shem Shai gave you that money. Yahweh Shem Shai gave you that car. Yahweh Shem Shai gave you your family. Yahweh Shem Shai gave you a life. He put you through college. He let you come up in the world. You know what I'm saying? And you forgot about the Lord. All that money and all the things that you're doing, your friends are more important. Yahweh Shem Shai gave you people in your life, prophets in your life to tell you what was going on and you ignored them. You know what I'm saying? And those are good men. Those are good people. They only trying to warn us and tell us what's important and tell us what's right. You know what I'm saying? They not there to lie to us. You know? So it's just like when I have fed them to the full. The Lord gives us all things. So what's wrong with us giving back? Amen. So it says they committed adultery and assembled themselves by the troops in the harlots' houses. They were like well-fed, lusty stallions. Exactly. And it's also that also points to obesity because you got a lot of our people that are just fat as hell. They can't run, they don't exercise, they don't do anything. They go and get these sit-down jobs and these jobs that spoil the shit out of them, and they get all big and they get all obese and fat. It's nasty. It is disgusting. You know what I'm saying? Watch my 600-pound life. That shit's funny, yo. Yeah, big fat people, man. Big fat people. And they are a product and representation of what America wants you to be, how the white man wants you to be broken down and as soon die off. It says, everyone neighed after his neighbor's wife. Shall I not punish them for these things, says Yahweh? And shall I not avenge myself on such a nation as this? It says, go up on her walls and destroy, but do not make a complete end. That's the remnant, the chosen that's meant to be saved. Take away her branches, for they are not Yahweh's. For the house of Yahweh, no, the house of Israel and the house of Judah have dealt very treacherously with me, says Yahweh. They have lied about Yahweh and said, it is not he, neither will evil come upon us, neither shall we see the sword or famine. That's the Spirit of the Lord talking. I don't even have to talk no more. And the prophets become wind, for the word of Yahweh Shem Shai is not in them. Thus it shall not be done. Therefore, thus says Yahweh Shem Shai of armies, because you speak this word, behold, I will make my words known in your mouth. Make my words in your mouth fire, and this people wood. As he talking to the prophets, give them the fire, the power to burn them with the truth and with the proof. You know what I'm saying? And it will burn you. You are not going to be able to withstand the prophets. You're going to be burnt up by the truth. And the Lord is jealous because his woman is sleeping with a white man. You know what I'm saying? Worshiping idols, being a whore, running around having sex with everybody, laying with everybody, being with people who don't love you. That is the truth behind Israel. That she is a whore and she refuses to go back to her man. Okay? It says, nor shall we see sword or famine. So they telling you that a war not going to pop off. They telling you that we not going to run out of food. They'll fix what's going on in Canada. They'll fix our resources. They'll rejoin back up to China. They'll make it right with Russia. You know what I'm saying? They'll make Russia put their guns down and let go of Ukraine. You know what I'm saying? That's what they telling you, that everything is going to be all right. They telling you that ain't going to be no nuclear holocaust. You retarded. You're retarded and you choose to believe them. They got you right in the trick bag. That's what they got you in. So I'm gonna close out, but I'm gonna give you this last video. It says, behold, I will bring a nation against you from afar. That's Russia. O house of Israel, says Yahweh, it is a mighty nation. It is an ancient nation. They call Russia the bottomless pit. That's where the Edomites come from. Caucasus Mountain. So these are ancient demonic demons, original demons, in fact. So it says, a nation whose language you do not know. That it makes perfect sense. How about Shemal Shai makes perfect sense, nor can you understand what they say. Their quiver is like an open tomb. They are all mighty men, and they shall eat up your harvest and your bread, which your sons and your daughters should eat. They shall eat up your flocks and your herds. They shall eat up your vines and your fig trees. They shall destroy your fortified cities, in which you trust, with the sword. Nevertheless, in those days, says Yahweh, I will not make a complete end of you. And it will be when you say, why does Yahweh Shem Shai do all these things to us? Then you shall answer them, just as you have forsaken me and served foreign gods in your land, so you shall serve aliens in the land that is not yours. Amen. So when you find us and you happen to find those of us that defended Yahweh Shem Shai, this is what we're supposed to tell you. We're going to tell you the truth. You left Yahweh Shem Shai. You abandoned him. Declare this in the house of Jacob and proclaim it in Judah, saying, hear this now, O foolish people, stupid people. The Bible is there to tell you what's going on. You go and find the prophets. This will make you stupid because it's so simple. You go and ask the prophets. Prophets give you the name. They're the angels of the ground. So you go and find the angels. Right now, the angels are known in GMS. That's a Great Millstone. And they tell you what's going on. They give you the name, Yahweh Shem Shai, and the name Yahweh Shai. They tell you the truth. One example of the truth is that the letter J is not in Paleo Hebrew. They tell you these things. They tell you that Caesar Borgia is the white Jesus Christ that you know today. He's actually a sodomite, and he's a part of the Serapis Christus worship being resurrected. They tell you that America is the second revival of the Roman Empire. Like, why don't you understand these things? It says, hear this now, O foolish people, without understanding, who have eyes and see not, and who have ears and hear not. Do you not fear me, says Yahweh Shem Shai? Will you not tremble at my presence? Exactly. And everybody is scared. The Lord tells you out of the Bible, are you not even, you ain't scared of me? Because people act so proud, they act like God don't exist. They act like God is just all love, and God is not. You know what I'm saying? They think, and some people believe that, God is white, God is that Jesus Christ, and he's not. You didn't read the Bible. You didn't read it all the way. You're being blinded. There's a lot of people like that carry Bibles and never read them. It says, do you not fear me, says Yahweh Shem Shai? Will you not tremble at my presence, who have placed the sand as the bound of the sea by a perpetual decree that it cannot pass beyond it? God is so gigantic you wouldn't believe it. That is the truth. That's why he's telling you these things. When his son arrives and Yahweh Shai arrive and the angels come and the chariots come, will you not fear Yahweh Shem Shai? Because that's the mediator. That is the apex of existence, his son. His son is going to magnify Yahweh Shem Shai's will, his father's will. It says, and though its waves toss to and fro, yet they cannot prevail. Though they roar, yet they cannot pass over it. But this people has a defiant and rebellious heart. Though they have revolted and departed, they do not say in their heart, let us now fear Yahweh Shem Shai, our God, who gives rain both in the former and the latter in its season. He serves for us the appointed weeks of the harvest. He feeds you. He takes care of you. He makes sure you get a good sleep. He gives you the strength to get up to go to work. He does all these things. Your iniquities have turned these things away, and your sins have withheld good from you. Yahweh Shem Shai said, do you not fear me? Are you not afraid? And even when I was good and I was nice and I took care of you, you still ignored me. It says, from among my people are found wicked men. They lie in wait as one who sets snares. They set a trap, they catch them, as a cage full of birds. So their deceits are full of so their houses are full of deceit. Salakia. They have become great grown rich. They have grown fat. They are sleek. Yet, yes, they surpass the deeds of the wicked. They do not plead the cause of the fatherless, yet they prosper. And the right of the needy they do not defend. Shall I not punish them for these things, says Yahweh? Shall I not avenge myself on such a nation as this? An astonishing and horrible thing has been committed in the land. The prophesied falsely, and the priests rule by their own power, and my people love to have it so. But what will you do in the end? Exactly, amen. What you gonna do when the end of times come? And if the preachers read this, these idiots will figure it out. But the preachers lie, and they don't tell the truth to our people, and at the same time, it's up to our people to go and find out the truth for themselves. You can't be that fucking stupid. I guess they are that fucking stupid. And they gonna burn with the rest of them niggas. But if the pastors was doing their job and they led the people the right way, they would have read that and be like, hey, that awfully sounds like the predicament that we in.
Be made into the government, and they should all see together. So the whole world is seeing America for who it is. All right. Not only that, let's go to Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1 and verse 9. It reads, it says, for inquisition shall be made into the counsels of the ungodly, and the sound of his word shall come up to the Lord for the manifestation of his wicked deeds. All right, and what? That's all these epistles that the prophets are putting out. All right, is going up unto the Lord. Okay, and the Lord is seeing it, and with the spirit of Yahweh Shai is resting upon the prophets to bring it forth. Okay, all right. I wanted to grab something else. But I'm gonna go back and get started with the video. Okay, one moment. Let's go back to the video. Give me one moment. All right, let me see if this. Okay, let's get back to the video. Okay, let's go. So we're gonna start the video over again for those who just came in. All right, shalom to the beautiful brothers and sisters. Shalom.
Russia and Ukraine have launched a volley of claims and counterclaims. The latest allegation is this: bioweapons, 30 labs with incriminating documents. These documents allegedly expose America's operation to develop bioweapons, and China is latching onto it. Let me quote what the foreign ministry said. We once again urge the U.S. side to fully clarify its biological military activities both at home and abroad. You have to appreciate the audacity. It's borderline hilarious. Just 2 years ago, China exported a deadly virus to the whole world. We still don't know how the Wuhan virus emerged. Was it a lab leak? Was it a species jump? We don't know. And China blocks every attempt to investigate it. By all means, investigate the labs of Kharkiv, but also investigate the labs of Wuhan.
In Ukraine, the Russian government announced that the special operation carried out by its country led to the discovery of a biological military program financed by the United States. Russian Defense Minister Igor Konashenkov announced that in view of the progress of the special operation, the Ukrainian Health Ministry sent instructions on February 24th to the biological laboratories to destroy any samples of dangerous pathogens. The Russian operation managed to discover that the laboratories were experimenting with plague and anthrax viruses to be used as biological weapons. The act represents a violation by the United States and Ukraine of Article 1 of the United Nations Convention prohibiting the use of biological and toxic weapons. On Sunday, Russian President Vladimir Putin assumed that the materials existing today, the confirmations that were made these days by the Ukrainian side and by the United States of America. There was a statement made by the Deputy Secretary of State, Victoria Nuland, leave no doubt, will not leave an opportunity for Washington to keep silence this time. We remember how many years and also their attempts while spilling blood to find biological and chemical weapons throughout the world, while in fact occupying, killing people. They were looking in the wrong place. We have found instead of you. We have found your own products. We have found your biological material. It was developed primarily for military purposes. As it turns out, it was all happening in Ukraine. What were you doing there? It's a different continent. It has no borders with you. There are no bases of yours. What were they doing there under the guise of scientific research? Your specialist, among others, on a regular basis, they were giving instructions to the Ukrainian side as to the purposes of their studies involved. Now, considering that we have the evidence that cannot be refuted, we demand that you provide details. The world must know what were you intending to do there, to what end, within which deadline. What was the amount of the so-called investments in the biological activities of Ukraine?
That's terrible.
The data, materials, documents. So come to find out, America had 30 research labs over in Ukraine, and they were creating biological weapons of war. All right, and the Russians have the documentation to prove that America was funding these labs. And what was they going to use it for? All right, that's the Lord exposing them. Let me go back. 1 moment. Just a little bit. What were they doing there under the guise of scientific research? Your specialist, among others, on a regular basis, they were giving instructions to the Ukrainian side as to the purposes of their studies involved. Now, considering that we have the evidence that cannot be refuted, we demand that you provide details. The world must know what were you intending to do there, to what end, within which deadline. What was the amount of the so-called investments in the biological activities of Ukraine? The data, materials, documents, please provide them enough tapes.
Oh.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom and get myself together. And when I come back, I hope you don't see me as the devil. And a white man is the devil, as you can see. All right, let's go to another video. Let me get it pulled up one moment. All right, let me see if I can close this out here. All right, let me go here. Give me one moment. All right. All right, we're gonna play this video. Now, back in 2018, they was trying to invade Syria, and what they said that Bashar al-Assad was using chemical weapons on his people, but before they can even do the investigation, Trump had started bombing Syria. Where come to find out that America was responsible for that chemical attack. All right, and staging it. So we're gonna watch this video to show you the wickedness of America. Give me one moment. Blamed it on the Syrian government. If you want to see Western governments controlling political narrative in action, check out what's happening at the UN right now. So recently, the US, UK, France, Germany, and several other Western allies blocked the testimony of the ex-chief of the Organization for the Prohibition of Chemical Weapons, Jose Bostani, at the UN. The reason is he was about to testify on a possible internal OPCW cover-up of a chemical attack in Douma, Syria in 2018. Because while the Western governments blamed it on the Syrian government, internal leaked documents showed otherwise, likely suggesting it was a staged attack by a foreign actor to blame on the Syrian government. Although he was blocked by Western governments, you can access the testimony because Grayson has published it in full. This testimony by the former chief of the organization is a follow-up to what was already discovered by investigative journalists on the cover-up scandal of the chemical weapon report. But no, these countries don't want you to see it. Go read the testimony transcript, guys.
That's just satanic. That shit ain't cool. They blowing people up.
resources of all these nations and to steal all their steal their resources. All right. So let's go to the scriptures. All right.
And that right there is well said, because that was by my teacher, King Yahweh the Maccabees. And this is what's going on. And that is the wickedness that's being revealed. And the Lord said he would lay Esau bare. He would lift up their skirt for everybody to see what America's going on. You know what's going on in America and how they do these other nations. You know what I'm saying? And how they hide and they cover up the deeds that's going on with them. Why you think certain nations are enraged and want to attack America? Because America is crooked themselves. So how could they sanction Russia? How could they tell Russia what's wrong and what's right and what they doing? Then they should stop what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? America don't stop what they doing. They don't stop robbing and killing and stealing to get what they want, and they pillage and they attack other nations. And this is a part of the verse that support that I no that I just told you guys. This verse, it says, for among my people are wicked men. These pastors, they don't tell you exactly what's going on. They don't show you what's going on. They get paid to steer you the wrong way. They lie in wait as one who sets snares. They set a trap. They catch men as a cage full of birds. So their houses are full of deceit. Therefore, they have become rich, great, and grown. No, they have become great and grown rich. They have grown fat. They are sleek. And most of them are fat as pastors who live off your pockets. Yes, they surpass the deeds of the wicked. They do not plead the cause of the fatherless, yet they prosper, and the right of the needy they do not defend. And that goes for the street preachers, the ones that do know the word of Yahweh, do know the name Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and the name Yahushai, his only begotten Son, and they don't preach it, and they tell you something different. So you got wicked street preachers and preachers that are in those white people church houses, you know? It says, "O you children of Benjamin, gather yourselves to flee from the midst of Jerusalem. Blow the trumpet in Tekoa and set up a signal fire in Beth Hakarim. For disaster appears out of the north and a great destruction. I have likened the daughter of Zion to a lovely and delicate woman. The shepherds with her flocks shall come to her. They shall pitch their tents against her all around, and each one in his own place. Prepare war against her. Arise and let us go up at noon. Woe to us, for the day goes away, for the shadows of the evening are lengthening. Arise and let us go by night, and let us destroy her palaces." Meaning that go by night and destroy her palaces, meaning that you ain't gonna know the time and day when when they finally start bombing and attacking this place. That's how bad and out of hand World War III is gonna get out of. It's gonna get out of hand, and that goes from Jacob's trouble. You don't know the time or place when this stuff starts to happen. You just measure the times diligently, and this is what the pastors and the street preachers not telling you. I'm gonna tell you straight up. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you at all. You know. And with that being said, calling on Yahweh by Shem Yahushai, by Shem Rakakadash, and the name Yahushai, Lord willing, you got a lot of message, like you got the messages out of it. And Lord willing, you taking up and you watching the news and being circumspect and stand on the right track, doing the best that you can to show Yahweh Shem Yahushai, and the name Yahushai, that you love him, and getting prepared for the times ahead, because it's about to be a lot of dark times, and it's a lot of great suffering that's coming, a lot of great murders, great pestilence, things that you beyond your wildest dreams, and things you didn't want to come true, but it's gonna happen. So shalom and good night.